what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and right now I'm here to talk to y'all about the greatest superhero movie of all time. The third highest grossing film of the year it was released. I'm here to talk to y'all about what is universally beloved, a movie that's universally beloved by everybody, even to this day. When it had a re-release, it made mad money at the box office, like it just came out for the first time. Of course, if you read the title of the video, you already know I'm here to talk about Spider-Man 2. That's right, Spider-Man 2, the original Spider-Man 2 from 2004. It's the 20th anniversary, just passed earlier this year, as a matter of fact. But I'm here to talk about it now because, well, this is the one guy wearing a red mask that I can talk about until maybe later on this weekend. Before I get into it, I want to remind you guys, go ahead, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're already not ready to subscribe. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, where we do the BrickWall podcast. We'll be doing that a little bit earlier this time, but well, just make sure you tune into Twitch for that. Okay, so Spider-Man 2. Like I said already, this is universally regarded as one of, if not the greatest superhero movie of all time. Rewatching it, I can see exactly why. This movie is just like, it's good. It's like really, really good. So like this Spider-Man 2 picks up after the first Spider-Man, of course, and it has Peter. He's just classic Peter Parker. He can't keep a job. He's trying to get through school. He can't find a way to make the relationship with Mary Jane because of his identity as Spider-Man, which she does not know about yet. And of course, to top all that off, you have the new villain coming around in the form of Dr. Otto Octavius, played brilliantly by the great Alfred Molina. Am I saying that name right? Because I don't want to. Y'all know I mess up names all the time. Let's see. Yes, Alfred Molina. I said it right. Woo! Of course, Spider-Man here is played by Tobey Maguire. You have Mary Jane played by Kristen Dunst. You have Aunt May played by Rosemary Harris, and you have Harry Osborn played by James Franco. So this movie, again, like I'm not really gonna give like a full-on review bit by bit because it's been 20 years. Chances are you've seen Spider-Man 2 more times than you can count over the past 20 years. Like you've seen it probably 20 times, 100 times. Like it's a dope movie. It's so like the original the Raimi trilogy, because this is directed by Sam Raimi, who did the, like I said, the Raimi trilogy. And it's good. Like something about watching this movie compared to other older superhero movies I watch, which are also good, but I sit here and I watch this one, I'm like, wow, I get it. Like I get what this guy's going through. He's just trying to maintain his life, be there for the person be there for the girl that he loves, and just be there for his family and his friends while keeping the secret of being one of the New York's most beloved superheroes. And that kind of gets to him in a way, because at a point in this movie, he loses his powers. So he's not able to utilize his powers. And there's been a lot of theories on whether that was just what's the allegory? That's the word I was looking for. Whether or not it's an allegory for, getting older and having certain types of dysfunction of the erectile type. Kids, cover your ears. Yeah, it's just really debatable on what it could be a metaphor or an allegory for, but it still just works, just as clever telling, because him losing his powers, now he has a chance to just be Spider-Man no more, which is what this movie heavily borrows from that storyline. He has this chance to live a life normal as Peter Parker, but of course, once things start to get to a point where, everyone's in danger, he has to suit back up. He has to find that bravery, find that courage, find that wherewithal to be Spider-Man so he can save not just the city, but the people he loves so dearly. Everything about this movie, I think it's just really good. Like I'm gushing over this movie. This is actually turning out to be a harder 20th anniversary review, because coming into this, I was like, yeah, I got this. I know exactly where I'm going to go. I know exactly what angles I'm going to touch. And now I'm here and I'm like, wow, it's only 5 minutes. And I think I've said everything I've had to say about this film. Tobey Maguire's performance as Peter Parker Spider-Man is just really, really good. You have the superhero moments of Spider-Man. It's just, I don't know how to describe why this is so good. Like you get it's 20 years of this movie being one of the greatest Spider. Like people watch Spider-Man 1, right? People watch Spider-Man 3, right? But Spider-Man 2 is just like it's that thing. That's that guy. Spider-Man 2 was him. And it's just like, what world do we live in where we don't have a Spider-Man 2? Like, how does the landscape of superhero movies look? How do the landscape of Spider-Man movies look? Because this sequel, I remember when this was coming out, right? And it was just like the big blockbuster, right? It was the big blockbuster. It was in the Disney magazine, the Nickelodeon magazine. Yes, I had subscriptions to the Nickelodeon and Disney magazines. Shoot me if you want, but I stand on those decisions. I was excited about those magazines. And in those magazines, they would have the articles about the behind the scenes for the Spider-Man 2 and everything, and just how that was the biggest blockbuster of the year and how it was just going to change the game. I remember they saying this was going to be a game changer. And by God, it was, and still, listen, it's still of the top 10 highest grossing films of 2004, one of which I've already reviewed. Now I'm looking at this. This is number 3. I would tell y'all the other ones, but I really might review those. I know one of them I'm going to review, and another one too, and that one too, just because I haven't seen that movie in a long time, and I love those movies. Anyway, so, but yeah, that all to say, like, this is I don't know what really I can say about Spider-Man 2 to really that anyone else hasn't said expertly. My personal relationship with this film, I always enjoyed the montage where he's just like the raindrops are falling on my head. He's just like living life as a normal person, because even this being the second outing, I felt good for him. I was like, wow, happy for you. Like, you're doing the things you wanted to do. I love the Doc Ock story. I thought it was really good. The train fight sequence, come on, legendary stuff. All the fights between Spider-Man and Doc Ock, come on, stuff of legends. Like, I wish I could find or just list off the top of my head the influences that this movie has, left on superhero movies ever since then. Because you look at a movie like No Way Home, right? One of the first villains they brought back from, matter of fact, the first villain they brought back from Tobey's universe was Doc Ock. I mean, yes, Green Goblin is iconic. Green Goblin and Willem Dafoe it's an iconic, but it's just something about Doc Ock and Spider-Man 2. It's just from him being starting off just as the scientist trying to harness the power of the sun in the palm of his hand. Because of the arms and the tentacles losing control and controlling him. It's a really good movie. I'm trying to push the runtime of this review out a little bit more, so I don't feel like I wasted my time coming here. But I just, Spider-Man 2, I can't say this enough. It's one of the greatest films. You have, I don't know what else to say about it, really. Like, I thought, like I said, I had something in my head when I came in here, but I ended up saying it in the first couple of minutes. So it's like, what else do you say about it, right? And I just think it's really interesting how over the course of 20 years, and I know I've practically just said this exact thing, but it has very much remained a part of the conversation of superhero movies. Right? It has very much become a gold standard. It was selected by the American Film Institute as one of the top 10 films of 2004. Let me see. It won Best Visual Effects at the 77th Academy Awards. It was nominated for Best Sound Mixing and Best Sound Editing. And it also received 5 awards at the Saturn Awards, including Best Fantasy Film and Best Director. I've already said how it's widely regarded as one of the best superhero films ever made, and it serves as blueprint for future movies in the genre. So again, like I just said, this has a blueprint of how to structure a great superhero film. is in Spider-Man 2. A movie that we didn't have, and Sam Raimi does a lot of good stuff with practical effects. We didn't have all the CGI. We didn't have all these connected shared universes. We just had, hey, here's a really good movie. You know? Yeah, it's really good. I'm trying to, let's see, what's the legacy behind this movie, right? The film was placed 411th on Empire Magazine's top 500 movies list. And they described the film as bigger and better than its predecessor, with a superior villain in Alfred Molina's Doc Ock and a more confident Raimi sneaking in some of his own trademarks, which is true. If you watch Sam Raimi films, you do see a lot of his trademark signature directing styles and traits that even went on to carry itself to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Let's see. In 2013, Forbes described it as not just one of the greatest sequels, but one of the best films of the genre, period. And in 2018, Film School Rejects called it the best summer movie ever and said that its emotional and calculated story stands above modern summer flicks like those of The Avengers and The Dark Knight. So there's nothing but praise for this movie. There's nothing but praise for this movie. Like I said, everything about this movie is iconic. Even the video game is iconic. Like it's very interesting. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. I don't really have much else to say about this film. I really enjoyed Spider-Man 2, and being able to sit down and rewatch it for the first time in maybe about a year or two. I gotta say, it's definitely it holds up. It holds up. It's still playing in the background of my house right now. Like, and I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, I remember watching that. I remember reading the magazines and being excited for it. I remember the behind the scenes features. I remember having the DVD, which my mom still has. Like, it's just such a dope movie, man. So definitely, if you want to send yourself through a trip down memory lane. I said that so wrong. If you want to go on a trip down memory lane, make sure you go to Disney Plus and you can watch the original Raimi trilogy all on Disney Plus. Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3. Yeah, check it out there. And definitely just let me know, like, 20 years later, right? How do you really feel about Spider-Man 2? Right? Do you feel like maybe it's a little overrated? Dave, I heard you saying greatest superhero movie of all time. Dave, I heard you saying third highest grossing. Dave, I heard you say influential, got the blueprint, but I disagree. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about Spider-Man 2? Do you think it still holds up? Do you think it still deserves the title of one of the greatest superhero movies ever made? Or is there something better, something that knocks this movie out the park? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, like I said, this is 20th year of this. This is 20th anniversary year for this movie, and it's just really great to have been alive in 2004 and see how many freaking movies came out. 2004 was a crazy year for movies. Y'all gonna keep seeing that. I say this every 20th anniversary review I do. It was a crazy year for movies, and the more movies I start to whip out this 20th anniversary bag, the more you're gonna say, damn, that came out that year too. But I don't know, that's beyond the point. Anyway, that's all I have to say. What is my current two? Well, I'm gonna give my rating for it as if I were a kid, and then give my rating for it as it is now. As a kid, I'm saying that this movie had a 5 stars as a kid. As an adult, it has a 4.9. Why does it go down a point? If you just sat here and just praised this movie of high heavens, I mean, you know, there are some things that are a little dated. You watch it now, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, that effect is dated. That storytelling trope is dated. This is dated. That dated. But at the same time, those things don't really matter. So I just put out a 4.9, just, you know, just because. But no, in all honesty, I'll still give it 5 stars. So, and to be real, like as a kid, I would give this 5 stars. I probably would have gave it 10. As an adult, I give it 5 stars. Probably would still give it 10. So make sure you check it out. Spider-Man 2. If you somehow have not seen Spider-Man 2, what are you waiting for? Go log on to Disney Plus, find your grandma, your best friend, your cousin, your sister, your niece, your auntie, something. One of them got the DVD. Pop that sucker in and enjoy yourself. Treat yourself something well. And until next time, you guys, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And until next time, y'all, be easy, stay breezy. Go see Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters this weekend. And watch Spider-Man 2 if you haven't watched it yet. So honestly, treat yourself. Do yourself a favor, right? Watch that movie. And until next time, like I said, be easy, stay breezy. Is all my computer decides. Oh, there we go. Cooperating now. All right. Peace.